Hey everyone, it's Thursday, so that means it's time for another Tune-Up Thursday, and these are videos that we put together to help you to take care of your marriage. Now, we are in a series looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8, and this is often referred to as the love chapter. And we're looking at these verses where the Apostle Paul describes what love is, what it looks like, and also what it doesn't look like. And so this is I think this is week 5 maybe. Let's see. Love is patient, love is kind. It doesn't envy. It isn't boastful or arrogant. Yeah, so this is going to be week 5. And so today, we're going to look at where Paul says love is not rude. Now again, just to recap, when we say love, we're talking about the agape love, the love that God has for us, the love that God calls us to have for one another. And we're looking at this in the context of marriage. So when you think love is not rude, well, you automatically think about, okay, what is rude? Well, rude means you're mean. Rude means you're acting unbecomingly. Rude means, yeah, you're kind of a jerk, and that's part of it. But I want to give you 3 more words. Disgrace. Love is not disgraceful. Love does not bring embarrassment upon a marriage. Love does not bring shame. It's not ugly. It's not indecent. It's not rude. And you think about those things in marriage. Think about the things that bring disgrace in a marriage, things that bring about embarrassment, things that bring about shame, ugly, things that are indecent, that are not good. And a lot of times the reasons why we are rude, and we say this a lot when we're talking about marriage, the reason why we're rude is because we have this sense of where we feel puffed up, we feel maybe even entitled, where we're focused on self and we're not focused on our spouse and what our actions, what our words are doing to them, how it's hurting them, but not just hurting them, but hurting our marriage. And so we need to be careful that in our communication, we are not rude to our spouse. We are not saying things that will embarrass them, things that will make them feel shame, things that are ugly. A lot of times this comes out in conflict when we're having arguments, when we're having disagreements, and we say things that are ugly, things that are rude, things that are hurt, that are biting, that are cutting. And that is not love. Love does not operate that way. Love is not rude. And think about outside of your marriage. A lot of times, one of the things that we think about when we're thinking of, we don't always think about when we're talking about being rude or thinking about bringing disgrace, is how you act, how you represent yourself out in the real world is a representation of your marriage. You are one, you are connected. And so how you treat other people, how you talk to other people, do those things bring embarrassment on your marriage? Do those things bring shame on your marriage? So it's not just about you and your relationship with your spouse. That's a big part of it, but also how you represent yourself and represent your marriage out in the world, in your workplace, at your church, places where you do life. And so what love is very tactful. Love is very gracious. Love helps us to remember, you know what, we're broken people. We're not perfect people. And so what we need to do is we need to treat others the same way, the way that we would want to be treated, right? The golden rule. And so you might want to think about ways that you have been rude in your marriage and ways that you've been rude outside of your marriage that is a representation of your marriage, is a representation of your spouse. Because remember, it's not just about you, but it's about the we, it's about the us. And love is not rude. Love does not bring disgrace. It does not bring embarrassment. It does not bring shame. It's not ugly. It's not indecent. And a lot of times this comes out too in how we joke with one another, how we joke to our spouses, but sometimes how we joke about them. And the remarks that we say, quote unquote, joking, can really do a lot of harm. So let's work on not being rude, okay? Because love is not rude. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not arrogant, and it is not rude. Okay? Do me a favor, like this video, share this video, and as always, please, please, please take care of your marriage.